She sat across from me in our usual cafe, idly winding a strand of hair around her finger, that small nervous habit she always had when something weighed on her mind. From the moment she walked in, I could sense a shift. Her smile stopped short of her eyes, and she avoided locking her gaze with mine. We had been together for close to 3 years. Admittedly, things had been strained lately, but nothing that hinted at what she was about to drop without warning. She finally met my eyes and said plainly, "I went on a date last night, with someone else." For a heartbeat, everything around me seemed to freeze. I blinked, wondering if I'd heard her correctly, but she continued, giving me his name, explaining how they knew each other from work, even telling me about their laughter over dinner. This wasn't a slip of the tongue. She had come here intending to say it. I studied her face. There wasn't a trace of regret. If anything, it felt like she was testing me, waiting to see how I'd react. Maybe she thought I'd beg her to stay. Maybe she expected me to shatter right there in front of her. Instead, I took a slow sip of coffee, nodded slightly, and replied, "Thanks for telling me. I hope he treats you better than I did." That wasn't the reaction she had rehearsed for. She froze, lips parted in surprise. "Wait, that's it?" she asked, disbelief lacing her tone. "You're not going to yell? Ask why." I leaned back in my chair and shook my head. The hurt was real, but I wasn't about to hand her the satisfaction of seeing it. I told her I don't fight for a place where I'm no longer wanted. If she needed someone else, then we had already ended. I had just been the last to know. That cut deeper than I expected. Her confident expression began to falter. For the first time that afternoon, she looked unsure. She started backpedaling, saying she hadn't meant for it to go that far, that she was confused, just trying to figure herself out, but her words rang hollow. She realized too late that what she'd done wasn't brave, it was cruel. And my calm refusal to explode robbed her of the dramatic scene she might have been hoping for. I stood, finished the last sip of my drink, and told her, "I wish you well. You made your choice. I'm just respecting it." There was a flicker of regret in her eyes, but I didn't stay to watch it grow. I walked out with my pride intact, this time leaving her behind, watching me walk away without a single glance back. That evening, I went to her apartment and packed my things. There wasn't much. I'd never allowed myself to settle in too deeply. The photos, handwritten notes, little gifts. I left them all. I wanted her to feel the emptiness of the space I once filled. Days turned into weeks. Eventually, she reached out, first with short texts, then long emotional emails about how she'd made a mistake, how it hadn't meant anything, how she missed us. I never responded. Not out of anger, but because I had finally reclaimed my peace. I poured my energy into myself, picking up old hobbies, reconnecting with friends I had let drift because of her. Life moved forward, and so did I. Her absence didn't leave a wound, it created a calm I hadn't realized I needed. Mutual friends mentioned she was struggling. The man she'd gone on that date with disappeared after only a few weeks, leaving her with nothing. She'd expected something lasting. Instead, she lost everything she already had. Some lessons only sink in through the hardest kind of experience. Looking back, I'm thankful I didn't lash out or plead. Sometimes the strongest answer is quiet certainty. My silence said more than any argument could. Self-respect outweighed whatever fleeting emotions were clawing at me. She thought that confession would crush me, but my reaction rewrote the ending. In the end, she lost a man who had truly cared.